Hey Donna,
Hey, Greg.
welcome Laker fans to the Purple Blood Lakers podcast. For Laker fans, by Laker fans, we're talking today about game 13 versus the New Orleans Pelicans with all of their injury issues. We had injury issues of our own. We were missing Rui and
Reddish.
Reddish, and we decided to start Doug Christie, which was an interesting decision.
Max.
Max Christie, Doug Christie.
Doug, years ago, Doug Christie. Oh,
Doug Christie.
yes.
Yes, interesting choice, I thought. Let me get my box score up.
Yeah, what was your kind of recap of this game?
Um, I think I feel like Bron is just, in spite of all these triple doubles, he's struggling. He's starting to. I've never felt like he looked as old as, of course he's older,
Right.
but I wonder if he really wants to play next year, looking at the way he's struggling physically with these games. That's
I
my
see
take
no
on it.
struggle. I see no struggle.
Okay.
None.
All right.
Playing great. I feel like he's picking his spots now because he's doing what you wanted him to do. He's
Yes,
being
that's true.
pass first guy
That's true.
and
That's
kind of
true.
getting his points later
That's
and
true.
kind of in the flow later in the game. And he's kind of setting assists, getting rebounds, which is what we need, and letting other guys, as you say, get in the flow and get their shots. And, you know, I think that's good for us because I think he has energy in the fourth quarter. He doesn't have to do too much early, and other guys are stepping up. So I just think he's kind of changed. And I credit a little bit that, to him and then maybe to JJ because you were mentioning it that he was going too much solo. And to me, in the last 3 or 4 games, he's kind of went to pass first and scoring later. So it's been effective and I like it.
Still ISO, still backing people down.
Love it. Which is
And
which is what you have to do, especially when you have some little guy on you. That's what you're
yep.
supposed to do. That's what basketball is all about, mismatches, taking advantage.
Uh,
And sometimes he has little guys on him. Little guys have nerve to try to guard him. I'm gonna back you down too if you feel like you can guard me. I'm 6'9", 260 pounds, and you think you can guard me in the post. I'm backing you down too.
AD
Period.
should AD should do it more. He'll have a guard on him, and won't really aggressively go get the ball. But can't I'm not criticizing AD. 31 points, 14 rebounds. Brown had 6 turnovers,
Yeah,
and we got to clean that up if we're going to
for
beat them.
sure. Definitely. Turnovers are no good. He's gotta, you know, he's got to clean that up. Last couple of games, he's had like 6 turnovers. So he's trying to pass the ball more, but he needs to be more efficient when passing because 6 turnovers are unacceptable.
Let's talk about Connect for a minute. 37,
Yes.
10 for
Yes.
17, 50% from 3 point on 10 shots. Made both free throws, 7 rebounds, 2 offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, 27 points, best plus minus on the team with 11. That's crazy for
Crazy.
his second start of his
I know.
career.
And they look for him. They look for him. And he keeps that ball up so high. So as soon as he gets his feet set, he's ready to go.
Yeah, I like his footwork. That
Mm-hmm.
seems to be college coaching for 4 years
Mm-hmm.
that these 1 year and done players don't get. Um, so I like that.
Well,
AD,
he's a 5 year player. He played 2 years at junior college, then played 2 years at another, and then Tennessee was his fifth year.
excellent point, and it shows.
It shows,
Shows.
yes.
Yeah.
It's that boy is, and they look for him. That's what I like so much. AR looks for him, Brian looks for him, everybody looks for him. And he's ready to shoot. He finds those openings and he's just ready to go and he keeps the ball up high and he's just money.
He
So do we
he
keep him out of the starting lineup when
It's going
Reddish
to
comes
be
back?
tough after 20. I mean, what is he going to do next game is the real question. The next few games. But man, that's really a stat line to look at and go, Rui, you do that about once every 6, 7 games. Um, and it's not like he was like blazing hot, like
No.
he was in that game where he hit three in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
It was just all of it was in the flow.
Yes.
It was here and there. It wasn't a lot of sequential stuff. It's like this guy is wow.
And
Uh
those two pat when he faked to shoot and went to the basket and dunked on him.
yeah,
Oh, he just was, and he does that two-hand dunk right in your face. He does not care.
yep,
I love it. He
yep,
gets up off the ground. He's got a little hop to him, and he will dunk it in your face. Yeah, he was everywhere, and he was consistent the whole game. Whenever they looked for him, he was ready to go to shoot.
yep. So Max regressed a little bit. I like the three
Yeah,
rebounds. I love the two steals. I love the one block. He held his own, for
yeah,
29 minutes, but he's that shot is not consistent yet. And
no,
with time, let's hope that it gets consistent because if he can make shots with the way that he plays defense, and I was gonna say the last when we talked about the San Antonio game, he was one of the guards that was able to get up inside of Wemby, which is just insane to me.
yeah,
And Gabe showed some of that too. He
yeah,
regressed again, 21 minutes, didn't make a shot, a couple rebounds, two assists, um, plus or minus -9. Um, this French guy, it's good to see him get some minutes. He
yeah,
could be an athletic wing for us
yes,
with our injuries. That's what we just have the hardest time finding is
I know.
I think you got to name the guy Jalen or Jaden. We talked about this once before, but all these guys named Jaden or Jalen
Jalen, yes,
all over the league,
I
six,
know
eight,
it. Why
it's
we can't
just
get one? Why we can't get one? I just don't understand how every year we can't get one.
yeah,
We just can't get one. I just don't understand. It's just so frustrating when I see all these other teams. I'm like, who is that Jalen?
yeah.
Where's he come from? It's crazy that we don't get one. I just don't understand.
I don't know
Still
why
looking for that
we
athletic wing. We've been looking for that athletic wing for 5 years.
have we because we never even draft him in the second round. I mean,
No.
I guess Kuz could be considered one, but he doesn't
Yeah.
really play like the guys that we're talking about.
No. We need like
Uh,
a 6'7", 6'8". Kuz is like 6'10". We need that 6'7", 6'8" wing,
yeah.
and we can't find him. But I think Christie, is going to be kind of that 3 and D as soon as he can get his off. And all we needed for him to shoot is to get 2 or 3 shots. I can give him 8 to 10 points right now and some defense. I would be happy with that consistently from him. And I think he would get minutes, but I love his D. Our boy AR had a tough game. 3 for 15.
40 minutes plus or minus of 9. And so he was doing things. He got 7 assists.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe he was just tired because he was running around chasing all them guys in San Antonio too on a
yeah,
back-to-back. He looked a little tired, but
yeah.
he always plays hard though, even though I looked, in the box score and he was 3 for 15, but it didn't look like it in the game. I mean, because he was still everywhere hustling, passing the ball.
I was
So
kind of surprised to see the box score. I thought AR was standing up like
yeah,
that. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh man, he had a really bad game. But he played more minutes than anybody. I think that's what it is. I think back to back, we just were worn down. We had to give LeBron 37 minutes. We should never
yeah,
do that.
I know that was a
Uh,
lot.
yeah. So
Don't
so
have bodies. Bodies are going down. Reddish, Rui now Reddish. So that's two rotation players. But
uh Coloco,
Coloco
three
was
for
good.
four, 6 rebounds. Oh my God, four offensive. What happened?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I was happy with him. I mean, he runs that break. He's ready for that dunk all the time. But I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
listening to LeBron.
He's
Hmm?
good on the oop. He's good on the oop, and we need
Yeah,
somebody that's when you get in the habit of those oops with Jackson, which we want
yep,
more from him in that
yep,
regard. We know he's very, very capable. To have a Coloco be able to come in off the bench and continue that tradition would be huge for us.
yeah. He was great. And LeBron said that they haven't had a practice with him yet. Ever since he got called up, he's just been playing, figuring it out. So I
Mhm.
like his 6 rebounds. That was good.
Yep,
So yeah, I think he's gonna be okay.
yep.
He's light in the pocket. Oh my God. He looks like a I don't know. He's a little bit bigger than Wimby, but he's awfully thin.
He might be that athletic wing. I mean, he might not be no kind of a center.
Right. Can he shoot? I've
Yeah,
only seen him in alley-oops, but
I think
yeah,
that's
I don't
going
know
to
if he
be.
can shoot or not, but yeah, he's a little but he's doing the job while Jackson's out. And I heard Jackson might be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's good timing for us to get these kinds of games while we're so depleted.
right.
And we're getting something out of
Hmm.
our bench, and we're getting
Right.
especially Christie and Dalton. If they go back to the bench, they'll be different players than they were
Yes.
this stretch.
I'm gonna watch Dalton. He's been good off the bench, but he's had some games where he hasn't scored a lot off the bench. But I've been watching him starting, and I'm wondering, is he a better starter than coming off our bench?
It makes a difference for players. We haven't talked about Russell yet. He had a bit of a low impact game,
Yeah.
but didn't make a lot of mistakes. He had 3 turnovers, so we don't want that from him. But
Mm-mm.
um, I thought D'Angelo's defense is, I think, slightly underrated. When he wants to play defense, he can actually be disruptive. In fact, he got no, it was Dalton that got two steals.
Yeah.
D'Angelo got 1 steal. Yeah, but
Because he gambles a lot.
yes, and which
And
was Kobe used to do.
yeah,
And,
that's what, but he ain't athletic enough to be gambling and trying to get
right,
back.
right. Kobe was good enough to still swing it off the backboard.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
he's
He
mad
gets
that you got by him.
right. And he gets lost on screens and switches. It's like he loses it. Like he'll come down and play, he'll be guarding and looking. And if they set a screen, he gets he don't get around the screen, he gets lost, his man is over here, he's over there,
Mhm.
and it's like he loses concentration if he gets hit by a screen or they do a switch on him. And yeah,
He's looking at
but
the ref. He's going through all kind of weird stuff. I thought the
yeah,
thing
he's flipping around trying to, because he's not athletic and he's slow, so he needs to be paying attention.
I want him. It's less about coaching with him. I want him to get some counseling.
I don't think he needs counseling. He's just he don't need no mental counseling. That boy is fine. That's
I
just the player that he is.
I want a
He just
sports
is who he
psychologist
is.
to help him be his best self every game.
He ain't gonna do it.
He gets
He's
caught up in
fine.
the weirdest stuff.
He's
All
fine.
right. Dog of the game, I'm gonna go with Gabe because you showed us something and then you took it away. And when are we gonna get Gabe Vincent that we paid 30 million for? I'm just it can't be one game and then you back to zeros again. At least he got a couple rebounds, whatever.
But
Um,
yeah,
so
I'm
that's
I'm with you. What
all right.
about bringing up Quincy? Giving Quincy some of his minutes, and maybe it'll. Sometimes I think guys
Yep.
know they're getting minutes. He knows he's the veteran. He's going to get 20 minutes a game. And what he does, he does. Sometimes maybe need to light a little fire under somebody and put him on the bench and bring in a little young guy that's going to come in with energy and give you what you're looking for. And maybe that will light a fire because he comes in so nonchalant, just kind of like, yeah, I know I'm playing my 20 minutes. I'll do a little bit of, they don't need me to score. I'll just do a little defense here. And it just seems like he's just not, doesn't have any energy when he comes in. He's just, sometimes you need to light a fire under somebody like, okay, Gabe, we done given you 13 games. You've shown us nothing. We're paying you 30 million over 3 years.
He had the
Have a
one. He
seat.
had one.
Let's
He had a
bring
good
in the
game.
young, hungry guy.
He had a good game against San Antonio, right?
But out of 13 games,
Yeah, one
you're
out of
supposed to be
13.
the veteran on
Yeah.
that group.
Mm-mm. So
Yeah,
I like your idea, Quincy, because Maxwell Lewis has given us nothing.
nothing.
So maybe we can swap out. I think we got to do something contract wise to get Quincy in the lineup, and I'd love to see what he looks like in the pros.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I think he could at least give us some offense coming in. He plays with energy,
mhm,
and I think he can get up on people. He loves to pull up, half court and guard people, and
mhm,
maybe just to give Gabe a little jolt. I don't know
mhm.
what it is with him. I don't know if the coaches are saying he's doing okay. That's all we need from you, Gabe. Don't worry about it. Something, because he is so nonchalant when he comes in. He's not intentional. He's not. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what they're asking for from him. Maybe they're saying, "Hey, get the ball to the other guys And all we need you to do is just keep things calm. And I don't know, because he's playing like somebody's telling him that we don't need a lot from you. Just get in there and do whatever. I don't know. But I think a fire needs to be lit under him, just like Christie getting benched for 2 or 3 games, moving down, connect step, moving, or Reddish moving in his place. Maybe lit a little fire under him.
So, what's your positive takeaway?
Um, Connect again.
It's got to be Connect.
That third quarter, he was ridiculous. He
Yeah,
was hitting everything he was touching, and that's when we needed him because we were down what 56-46 at the half.
I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly
And he
that.
came in that third quarter and he was just hitting, he was dunking, he was everywhere. And he had 7 rebounds too. So it was a connect game again. They were looking for him. Everybody was looking for him. AR was looking for him. Everybody was looking for him and he was delivering. And I think the more he does it, the more the guys are going to be looking for him and he's going to deliver and it's going to build his confidence too that they're looking for him. So
AR, sorry,
no, I don't have anything.
AR and Connect have better chemistry than AR and D'Lo. In fact, better chemistry than AR and Rui.
Yeah.
Rui gets his points off Bron feeds when Bron feels like
Hmm.
feeding him and doesn't feel like cursing him out. Uh,
Yeah.
and when Bron curses him out, then he just stays in the corner and doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
Um,
he's not active enough.
is he going to get his starting job back?
I think JJ will give it back to him
It's hard
to
to take a
maybe just
starting
to see.
in the NFL and the NBA. Well, less in the NFL, but in the NBA, it's hard to take away a starting job over injury. I think that's almost like an
Yeah,
unwritten rule.
yeah. Because he did have against the Grizzlies, he had a good first quarter, and then he got lost. But then in the fourth quarter, he came up with some big
Yes,
threes.
yes.
So I think, he ended playing well, so to speak. He wasn't like playing horrible before he got hurt. So I think he'll get his spot back. But now the connects in there and he's doing what he's doing, Rui better come back, be ready to go because he might get moved because it seems like JJ doesn't. If stuff ain't working, he's moving stuff around, and Rui could be a D'Lo and get moved to the bench for a little bit. But I think we need Rui in there. I like Connect coming off the bench, but man, I've liked him in this starting lineup. But again, we haven't played really good teams
That's
in
what's
the
going
two
to tell you.
games.
Yeah.
So if it was against some good defensive teams or something, I'd say maybe yeah. But I think Rui will get his job back. Reddish is the one I'm worried about.
Yes. And that might be the place where you can put a Dalton on the starting squad.
Yeah. Maybe. So we'll see. But I think JJ's pretty fair. He used to be a player, so it's kind of like you don't lose your job when you get injured.
So let's explore that. If we got AR at the point guard, we got Bron playing point
Hmm.
at the you say four, I say
Hmm.
three.
4,
Um, we got Rui at the four or three,
3.
according to you. We got
Hmm.
80 at the five. Um, Dalton Knecht is a more natural two than Cam Reddish.
Yeah, but we don't have no defense in there.
On defense, what is he doing against shifty guards?
Who
We got to
connect?
watch him. We got to watch him because your
We
job
gotta
is
watch him.
your job is not to block shots and
Right,
steals and stuff like that. Your job is to stay in front, move your feet. That's what we
right,
need. We
right,
can't have AD having to come over and help on every guard that wants to get around our guys,
right,
like what's happening when we were playing AR and D'Lo together.
right.
Um,
I
so
have
if
to
he can
watch.
stay, huh?
I have to watch.
Five-year college player. If you haven't heard the word "move your feet" on defense 3 million times, then that's on your coach's.
Yeah. I
So,
think he I think he does a good job, but I have to watch those two together in the backcourt because you know how people go after AR, even though he tries really hard on defense. But if you have both of them back there, the teams that have two good guards, they really go after both of them on defense. I gotta watch.
I'd love to see us play Cleveland right now. Let's look at the schedule.
Ah, Cleveland is
Just
13-0 or something
I know,
crazy.
but I'm talking about two guards that just take it to you all night long.
And
What
two little guards too.
what would those guys look like against AR and Connect?
Oh, they cook all night on us.
And I think that might be why. we're still going to be sticking with Cam,
Reddish. Yeah, I think so
uh,
too.
who's shown that he can shoot better than any of us thought. At least better than I thought.
Yep.
I remember that guy missing layups the first year he got here, and it just drove me nuts.
Yeah.
But he's not that player anymore. So maybe he's rounded into shape. And unfortunately, I almost feel like injuries for a player like him is a bad
Always.
move. Like, how do you get injured? Like you,
I don't understand.
yeah, you need to be in perfect shape because you're almost out of the league. You're almost not
Yes.
able to take care of your family.
Right. How did you get when did you get
Yeah.
oh my God. He's just last year he got that ankle injury when he was doing well, and then we never saw him again. He was hurt for the longest with an ankle injury. What is going and now he's hurt again. He was doing well in the starting lineup, and dang.
Mhm.
Hopefully he's not out for a lot of games, but it's like, dude, what did you do? How do you get hurt? You don't even you do play defense, but you're out on the wing. I just don't understand. But to me, he plays very stiff. He
Reddish.
he plays very stand up. He doesn't bend down. He doesn't. His body is always very straight up and down. He doesn't seem very flexible or very limb. You know when he plays, and so to me, sometimes he plays too stiff. But maybe that's just his. Even when he runs so weird to me. He runs like it's just weird. But
It's hippity hoppity. Is
yeah, it's just
but
he's
that
just like a weird kind of guy.
but
But
that's how he gets those backcourt steals because he just breaks that rhythm and
yeah,
long arm and he's got the inbound play or he's got a deflection or
and we
so
need him.
that's part of his game.
We
Yeah,
need him.
it's hopefully he's being coached and
Yeah,
hopefully we're guiding him to his spots. He's shown himself relatively proficient in that corner.
yeah.
And
Corner three.
he did some backdoor cuts like we want Rui to do more of, and they worked out well for him. So let's just see. But that's about it for him. You don't want him shooting from way
No.
out past the free throw line extended and all that kind of stuff.
And
Okay,
he's gonna be open. They're gonna leave him open on that starting lineup. He's the guy that's gonna be open.
that's great, but
Yeah. So he's got to be ready to hit
he's got to
that
be ready.
corner
But
three.
he's got to be. That's what he's got to be in the corner. It's
Yeah, yes, he
if
does.
if if our offense puts him at the top of the key, then we've screwed up.
Yeah. We got to put him in that corner. He's got to drift over to the corner
Yeah,
and be ready to shoot.
and,
Because they're going to
or
leave him open. He's kind of like Vando. If
yeah,
we have Vando in there, they're leaving you open. So you're the one that's going to
please
get the
shoot.
ball and open. So you got to be ready to hit him and just hit a few of them. That's all we
Yeah.
need you to do is hit a few of them.
They actually did that to Christie in the fourth quarter, and it worked out well for
Yeah.
them because he
Yeah.
was, yeah. So
Yeah.
next game is the Jazz, another young team, not quite as athletic as far as I
No.
know. So that should be a fun game for
Yeah.
us.
At
Uh,
home.
then the Magic, a bit more athletic.
But
Uh,
their star is out.
their stars out. And then we finally get the Nuggets, and we'll see what we got.
Yeah. Our
But but,
nemesis.
but the Jazz, I think we do what we've been doing, and we should get a win there.
Yep. We'll be able to see Walker Kessler.
Yeah, he does he start for them?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think he does. But anyway, we'll find out.
We'll find out what he's all about and see why that people have been talking about him because I've seen him play like last year and he was like okay, but I didn't see anything spectacular. But we'll see. I'm not giving up no 2 first-round picks for him. Let's just say that. But
I
we'll
think
see what he does on Tuesday.
I think Danny's been paying all these hungry, click happy pseudo journalists to create rumors about Lakers and Kessler because it's two picks
Because if
my
he's
ass.
because if he's so good and they're rebuilding, why would you get rid of a young center like him if he was
They even
so
talked about
promising?
getting rid of marketing, and I'm like, what
Why?
are you trying to? Maybe he's tanking for 5 years straight. I don't know what he's doing, but
He's trying to do like OKC did, I guess, and get all these draft picks and then start building like OKC did, I guess.
Houston too. And boy,
Hmm.
did it work out for both teams.
Right. Now OKC got a bunch of players and still got a bunch of draft picks left. But they got
Uh,
a smart GM too. Their GM
that's
is smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need one.
Yeah. We got to get what's his name in here. What's his name?
Myers.
Myers. Then Myers can bring in his people and we can go. We'll
We,
see.
we just spoke it into existence.
Yep. He's waiting. You know, he hasn't taken any other job. He's on
He,
TV.
he is so funny on TV. He
Because
cracked.
you know those other teams been after him. Probably as soon as they were calling him.
One more rumor before we close it down. Uh, TNT, NBA, NBC. We're gonna still have the show,
Yep.
Charles and Shaq and Ernie and Kenny. They're still gonna do NBA TV. So I read about that deal and it made me happy that in this crazy world we live in, people can still be reasonable and find compromises that work for everybody. Why
Right.
would you walk away from,
Right.
ESPN is horrible with basketball, horrible.
Right. Right.
They're a football franchise,
Yep.
and so merging with a real basketball presence was really, really
Real smart.
smart. It worked out great for the NBA. It worked out great for the fans.
Yep.
Everybody won. And Charles Barkley still gets to gamble and golf and do all the stuff he likes to do.
And I love TNT the way they hired a lot of retired players. You know, over the years, they have a lot of Jamal Crawford, they hired Candace Parker. They have always been that network that really gave guys, Dennis Scott. I mean, all those guys were former
Dennis,
players
Dennis
that
Scott
are
turned
on
into a
NBA
pretty
TV.
yeah. Dennis Scott turned into a pretty decent journalist. He
He
kind of trips
did.
me
He
out. Yeah.
did. And they bring him up because I watch NBA TV and it's like, oh, these people, they keep bringing up people and it's like ex-players. And I was just like, okay, I like that, giving them opportunities. I like Jamal Crawford as well. So,
Mhm. I tell
so
you
I'm
who.
glad that the boys will be back because that's crazy to get rid of them. They're the best in basketball, the best we have. ESPN crew is so boring.
I'll tell you who I won't listen to, and I'll turn it off, and that's Green. When Draymond Green is talking, I'm not listening. Watching him grab an ankle and try to injure somebody again at this point in his career is just too much for me. I'm sick of that guy. I want him to suffer for the pain he's caused so many players with his kicks and his, even his trash talk is hurtful. So I just don't like that guy. I don't want his opinion. But he's gonna be because he's got controversy. He's
Yeah.
clickbait, and therefore he's gonna blow up as soon as he's ready. He's already
Mhm.
pretty big, but when he retires, he'll get a good job.
Because he
Um,
knows but he knows basketball though, whether you like him or dislike him. He
Agreed.
knows basketball. I watch his podcast from time. He knows basketball. So he'll get a job, like you said, plus he's controversial. And he says the things that nobody says except for Charles Barkley.
And
So
and Kendrick Perkins, who in my opinion doesn't know basketball as well, who
no,
was a dog as a player and is a dog as a journalist,
yeah,
and it's all about controversy for him. And I'm really sick of
yeah. He's horrible. He never really analyzes
nothing.
anything. No, no. I'm surprised they kept him on for whatever reason. He stayed on. I thought he was going to be one that would have been gone a long time ago.
Well, people love that Southern drawl, and it's just his whole vibe is
Especially ESPN. ESPN is very conventional, very I was surprised that he landed with ESPN, but hey,
well, hopefully they'll hear us and make a change.
yep. I
Okay,
love
Laker
Jalen
fan.
Rose that they got rid of, so I was mad about that. I like Jalen Rose, so
Yeah, I kind of liked him. I kind of liked him.
yeah.
He
I
had a
thought he
good.
was a good analyst. I like people that analyze the game and can give you some insight. It's not just talking gibberish. I
He
thought he
got
was a good analyzer.
he had a good long run. And I think he just kind of we got tired of him. I kind of did too. I'm tired of Ken Perkins. Immediately after probably two broadcasts, I was like, okay, but I listened to Jalen for a while, and then finally, that's same kind of slow delivery gets on my
Yeah,
nerve.
very slow delivery. You're right. That whole ESPN is a slow delivery crew, especially when you compare them to TNT because they're always
Right.
laughing, being
It's
silly, and
moving, man. Yeah.
they just give you more that you want to listen to a post game show.
And the
Most
abs
times you're done after the game. It's like, okay, the game is over, but we want to hear what they have to say. So it's fine.
and the absolute excellence of Ernie.
Yes, Ernie is just He's just fantastic in that
Yeah,
role.
yeah,
Perfect.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect. Yeah,
Perfect guy. Yeah. Because that's a hard role to play with those three.
yeah. You got to stop fights. You got,
Yeah. Yes.
you know,
Yeah, he's been great. He's
yeah,
that's the perfect team right there. So they
yeah.
need to go on and take their show elsewhere and not get rid of him. That would just be the most stupidest thing ever.
It's a
So
done deal, and
yeah,
so
happy
we
about
should
that.
all be really happy that those negotiators figured it out. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Laker fans, this is a Purple Blood Lakers podcast for Laker fans by Laker fans, featuring Donna, who's always right.